I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Pink suits you, brings out your cheeks.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
It's one of my favorite colors to wear.
I figured that. I see you in a lot of pink. So.
I do wear a lot of pink.
It suits you though, because of your complexion,
Yes.
because of your hair.
Yeah.
You know, a lot, sometimes when I wear different colored blues, teals, blues, turquoise, stuff like that, people say, "Oh, it suits you," and I'm thinking, "Okay." And then I look in my wardrobe, and a lot of it is pretty much that color. So
It is, but you're right. It does suit you when you wear it.
does it? Oh, okay. So I was like ready to pay for that compliment, but if it's coming from you and whatnot,
no.
I'll take that highly. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. The teal blues. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look good on you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's new?
Not much.
Not much?
Well, I say that.
Sure, yeah. Here we go.
The kids did their pardon earlier in this week. Their first pardon.
Oh.
Yes. So-
And?
Yeah, they did really well. Really
Nice.
well. I'm very proud of them.
Oh,
so.
you should be. They're
Yeah.
good kids.
Yeah, they've been going into North Bay.
Okay.
Because the school, they're in French Catholic in North Bay.
Okay.
So the priest will actually come into the school at Malcolm's grade. He's in grade 2, and he does a lot of the church work in the school with them,
Okay.
which is really nice for the parents.
Uh-huh.
And Amelia had already done it, but she never actually did the pardon itself.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So she decided, well, if my brother's doing it, I might as well do it too.
Good for her.
So, and then around the May 2-4, they're going to do their first communion. So.
You know what? You're never too old for that.
Nope,
Never.
absolutely.
So, and I know people that, well, and you don't have to be religious for it. I know people that aren't even baptized and they're like 40 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, or 30 years old. So it's a choice of the parents of what they want to do. And it's hard because if you have one religion, your mate has another religion. So which one do you choose?
Well, that's exactly our situation because I was not raised
you're-
Catholic.
Yeah.
But the kids are in Catholic church. They've decided to follow the Catholic faith, and I support that. I have no issue with it.
I think it's awesome. And if the kids are old enough that they're able to support their own thing, why not?
And that's it. They're both old enough to have made the decision that they wanted to do it. So why not support them?
Good show,
So, yeah.
good show.
So that's kind of our big news of the week.
Okay, well, it's huge news. We get a lot of videos from our kids, so we just kind of take a 2-minute here, but our videos are, we have a 3-year-old grandchild, 2-year-old, and of course a 5-month-old.
Yeah.
So in one household where it's Nathan with the 3-year-old, 2-year-old, this lovely, when people get sick, they all get sick, so
yes.
stuff like that was happening. But anyway, long and the short is, it seems to be okay. The other one who's 5 months old, I have to say it. I don't know if my son will be happy, but he doesn't watch this. So even if he does, it is what it is. So Claude's gone back to work, so Jeremy's the stay-home mom, Mr. Dad, Mr. Mom.
That
right?
is awesome.
I think so. So for
That's
4
great.
months.
Yeah.
So, those, what do you call them? Catherine, help me out. Bubble things that you put a kid in, you can sit on the counter.
Oh yeah, the bumbos. I think.
Bumbos.
Bumbo?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Jeremy sits him on the counter every day, and he's cooking, he's doing things. Whatever he's doing, he's the little guy's in it. The little guy's 5 months. He's getting pretty big. Claude's not big on country music.
Okay.
So guess what Jeremy plays? Because he loves country
He plays
music.
country when she's not home, doesn't he?
So he sent us a video, and so the little guy's in his bumbo.
Bumbo, yeah.
And you see his head doing this. He's kind of turning, and you see the hand going. You see the foot going. So I've been keeping it. It's kind of hilarious. Well, today, Mr. Jer sends us another video, and he's teaching him the 101 lesson, as they would say it in French, how to drink milk. So he's sitting in his bumbo, and he's all dressed up. But he put a book, and he put a pen there, and he put his milk there, and his shirt's all wet. So the moral of the story is, I guess, Jer's home, so he's teaching him whatever he can teach him. But the videos are beyond hilarious.
Oh, I bet.
Beyond hilarious, Catherine. And I mean, I'm sure, your babies are growing up. They're growing up big, because I remember when they were like, high.
Oh, you remember when they were this big?
This big. But I mean, we all go through that, right? Where our kids are growing up, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't grow up too fast.
They do. They grow up way too fast, but that is a fun age when they're like the 5-6 months there when they start finally interacting.
Discovering.
Exactly. That's such a fun age. I loved that age.
He tied the Valentine's balloon to his foot.
Oh my goodness.
So he's going crazy with it, and it's high, and he's going in the balloon, and you hear whatever, and he takes it and he's trying to bite. It's a helium balloon, so he's trying to bite it. He can't bite at it, and all of a sudden it's going crazy and crazy, and he looks up and he sees like Jer's filming, but from a distance because it's the phone.
Yeah.
And he stops, and he stares. And he lets out a smile, and he's going again with the balloon.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our moments, and yeah.
Very cool.
Catherine, we're at the end of the month.
We are. I cannot believe we are the open book of February 27th.
Today's my dad's birthday.
Happy
so
birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad. I don't think he watches us because he has the satellite. So, and I have to phone him because I normally would phone him and I forgot.
Oh,
so
dear.
it's his birthday today, and we're at the end of the month.
We are.
Yeah.
We absolutely are.
Do you have the memory that
I did see it.
Okay.
And honestly, I didn't recognize the building, but when I read the comments, it made sense.
Okay.
So,
And the building was?
Ross Electric.
And I don't know if we had any comments on it.
I have no comments.
You have no comments? Okay. So it made a big difference from then to now, right?
Yeah.
And this Ross building now has become the place for the kids.
Yes, it's now s'mores fun.
S'mores fun. I just think of food every time. I think of a fire pit, chocolate, marshmallows, graham wafers.
Yeah. S'mores.
Let's have some more.
I love s'mores.
Me too. Me too. So
we do have some news. Should we?
We should. Let's jump
Probably
into
should
this.
tell them. Okay. So we have a notice from us here at TVCTK. The annual general meeting is going to be held on Tuesday, March 18th at 6:30 p.m. right here at the TVCTK studio at 1415 Chemin Kipawa. It is open to the public. Everyone is welcome, and they are going to have elections at the meeting.
Okay, and that's excellent. And when we say elections, anybody that has a general annual meeting, they must announce their elections.
Yes.
And so, yeah, hopefully we get somebody, and if not, we don't. It is what it is. Corinne Hull, winner of the Maud Maloney What Award. Do you know what that is?
I do not know what the
Me either.
the Maud. I think it's Maud.
Maud?
Like Lucy Maud Montgomery.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
I'm not sure. I have never heard of the award, but tell us what it is.
So we're equal, because I didn't either. So Corinne Hull from Faub, which is just up the road from us, maybe about, 60 kilometers, half of that. So recently received an email confirming that she was the winner of the Maud Maloney What Award. This is a recognition highlighting the presence of women in the field of hunting, fishing, trapping, wildlife management in Quebec. I fit that category.
Very cool.
Snowmobiling, camping.
Very cool.
I fit that very, very cool. Very cool.
Well,
So
congratulations.
congratulations for sure.
We have a job offer.
Yes, I like.
So if you are 15 years or older, Depender Stop 102 is looking
How
for
old?
14.
Oh, 14.
14.
I heard 15.
Oh, no, 14.
Okay.
So 14 years or older, Depender Stop 102 is looking for your resume. You must be able to work 1 weekend out of 2 during your school year, and you must be bilingual. So if this is interesting to you, you can drop your resume off at 1621 Kipawa Road, Temiskaming, Quebec. And please bring your resume before March 15th.
Well, we have one job, but I'm sure there's more out there that come about. But I'm happy to still see there's job offers out there for
Absolutely.
people. Okay, we have a big one coming up. So I'll maybe do half, and maybe I'll get Catherine to do the other half.
We'll see.
So yeah, we'll see. She's going to sit there and make me keep going. Alco Preventions Canada. Do you text while you're driving, Catherine?
I do not, because when I plug my phone into my car through the charging cable, I have Apple CarPlay. So I can text while I'm driving, but it's voice to text. Yes.
Same with me. And I like that opportunity. And I mean, for those of you who don't have it in your vehicle because you don't have it, maybe the updated vehicle, it doesn't mean that it gives you the right to text while you're driving.
No, that's
Basically,
it.
you shouldn't. So just a few weeks ago, a family was wiped out by a trucker because of a cell phone, because they were using the cell phone while driving. We hear this all the time.
Yes.
How sometimes they find in the car or take the body out that their cell phone's in the hand. You know. So another because of fatigue.
Yes.
Who has never texted while driving well?
I used to be honest with you. I used to, before you started getting a fine for it. I did text, but it would normally be a thumbs up or an okay. If I had to send a real text, I would stop because
And pull over.
Like I even find sometimes the text to voice, the voice to text is distracting in its own right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If I have to send a big text, typically I do still pull over just because I know myself how I drive.
Well, and that's a good thing. And I've seen myself, I'm not going to lie to you, I've seen something come in, I try not to. The only time I'm really ever going to thumbs up or something and like the phone has to be there, I won't take I'll do this quick, but I'll hold it to make sure I'm looking, I'll look around me and do it real quick and that's it. Because it's just one of the biggest distractions out there.
Absolutely.
Right now. Have you ever fell asleep while you were driving?
I haven't, but I have pulled over because I was too tired to drive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that has happened again. And I wish, I like those signs that say stop and rest or something. Pull over
Fatigue
people.
kills.
Fatigue kills. Exactly. And it really, really does. Did you know that every year thousands of lives are ruined by distraction and drowsiness while driving? I believe this 100%. All it takes is a quick glance at your phone, you know, for a moment. You know, you could be tired from driving all day, or, you know, something so simple could turn into a major tragedy. It could turn into fatal, in fact. The truth is very clear. Driving tired or distracted is the same as driving impaired.
It is.
Because you're delusional, or you're not focused, or you're distracted, right?
Yeah, I used to leave the house at 5 a.m., drive to Port Perry, work an entire work day, leave Port Perry between 5 and 5:30 and drive home.
How long would it take?
It was a 16-hour day.
That's huge.
So
And the most you can ever work in a day
is 16
hours.
And it worked out to being just like a couple of minutes shy of 16 hours whenever I did this. But I knew where my checkpoints were. If I was too tired, I would pull over. I knew that, you know, I knew where the Tim Hortons was that had a good parking lot that I felt safe sleeping in.
That's the key thing.
You know, so like that was how I managed it.
Okay.
Thankfully, I never fell asleep at the wheel, but there was a couple of times I called Eric and said, hey, like I'm stopping at the Ministry building on Trout Lake. I'm tired. I'm having a nap. I'll text you when I wake up. And, you know, that was just how we managed it. But
And that's a nice, very honest way to manage it.
yeah.
Instead of trying to, you know, force the issue by, oh, I can do it. I can do it.
I never pushed it because especially on our Highway 63.
The animals
Can you
besides
imagine?
that too, right?
You know, if I was too tired to drive on 63, I was pulling over at that Ministry building right at Trout Lake.
Good for you.
Having a good nap.
So basically what we're trying to say is driving safely, driving safety
Yes.
is not an option. You should always think about your actions, be proactive. You know, it's a responsibility when we think about it. And it starts with being aware of the impact of the choices on the road. You may be an incredible driver, but somebody else might not be. You know, you might be doing everything the right way,
Yeah.
but somebody else is doing a shortcut. So you always have to be alert on the road. Preserve your life and the lives of others by adopting good practices today. You have the power to make a difference. I believe that. You are in control.
Absolutely.
It's like
Yeah.
if you go speeding and the cop pulls you over and he says you were speeding. So what is that, Catherine? That's a choice you made.
Yes.
Right? So you have a
Speeding's a
choice.
choice.
You either follow the rules and the speed and whatever the rule, road safety is, or you don't abide by it and pay the consequences.
Yeah. Take responsibility.
Choice. Take
Yeah.
responsibility. I'm going to let you jump in on the rest.
Oh, of course she is. So, an immersive and revolutionary technology using specialized glasses connected by Bluetooth to your cell phone, participants can explore 3 simulation modes that reproduce potentially fatal scenarios.
True.
Boy. Equipped with a fake steering wheel, they navigate 4 courses while observers analyze their mistakes and time their performances.
Wow.
Not sure I could do that, but
No.
okay. The proposed scenarios are a visual distraction, so discovering the risks incurred when you take your eyes off the road just long enough to dial a number.
True.
B, texting while driving, experiencing the consequences of reading or responding to a text message while driving. And C, drowsiness while driving. Feel the effects of a micro episodes of sleep that can occur while driving, often with dramatic consequences. So why this training is important? It has an immediate impact. Experiencing these simulations reinforces the awareness of real dangers. And active engagement, an interactive experience that remains etched in the minds of participants. I can only imagine. And effective prevention as well. It will help save lives by the participants adopting safe behaviors afterwards.
True enough.
So Alcohol Prevention is offering a training video of the activity for anyone who is interested. It is recommended to review the evacuation plan of your family members so that everyone knows how to react in the event of an emergency as well. So by taking these precautions, you can ensure that your family can leave the house safely even during the harshest winters. Good preparation can save lives in an emergency situation.
Have you ever done the home evacuation practice?
We haven't done the actual practice,
Okay.
but we do have a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things we did, so twice a year we say spring forward, fall back. That's the time of the year where you're supposed to be changing your batteries in your smoke detector twice a year. So when the kids were younger, obviously not now because it's just Al and I, but when the kids were younger, they used to look forward to it. We used to do a plan, and we did it till they were, I think, 12 years old. I believe they were 12. So we started with them at a young age. And we did a plan in case there was a fire, what to do, where, if it happens here, what should we do to get ourselves outside and time it, see how long it would take us.
Yeah.
At first, when they were younger, a little bit hard to get that coordination going because, they don't understand it. So it's kind of like grab them like a football basically and go, right? But as they aged and we kept it going, well, they were doing the scenario and they were we were making them do the lead.
Okay.
And we were the followers.
Yeah.
And the kids used to talk about that at school, at primary and whatever. And some of the kids, they actually brought it to school and discussed it. I don't know, whatever it was. They had some kind of pick a topic to choose about. Okay. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And the teacher thought that was pretty amazing that, we make a checklist, okay, this, because what's one of the things you would think about if you had a fire, what would you do?
My phone. That's
if it's
all.
beside your bed, grab your phone, right?
My phone is typically beside me regardless of where I am in the house.
All the time. All the time.
But that's it. Grab my phone.
And get out. But what happens if you go to get out and that door, there's fires coming from there? What are you going to do?
We have 3 exits from our house.
So that's a bonus.
Plus, you can actually get out. Our front windows are large enough for a very large adult to get out, not just a regular size adult. I don't know how to put that delicately, but a larger person could get out our front window if necessary. Upstairs a little more challenging. Eric and I are still trying to look for a solution in are in Amelia's bedrooms because it's a 2-story house and there's no option from those 2 rooms. But from Malcolm's room, we can actually get out his window onto the carport roof
And then
get down. So that when you look at it, we have 4 primary exits plus the front windows. We do know that ladders exist that we could put in my bedroom or Amelia's bedroom to get out that window as well. We just haven't found one that we're actually comfortable with them using, because they're coming from reputable places, but they're still at the end of the day rope ladders. My fear in using one of those would be, one of the kids on it primarily is in such a rush that they'd actually fall. So for now, our 2nd floor exit is Malcolm's bedroom window, because both windows go onto
It's a go-to. It's a go-to.
That's our go-to.
Catherine, just to close off on that subject, because we could go on forever. You know what we used to do? If you remember, in my house, I have a split level.
Yeah.
So we used to have a patio door, which we don't have anymore. We've removed it because it shattered and la. So one of the things we were trying to do, timing was an issue, how we can get out, because both our boys each have big windows in their room. So if we can't turn it, break it, get out. Simple. We tied some bed sheets together, so they were tied with knots, and we just stored it. It was stored close. So our game plan was to get to our bedroom, get to the patio door, throw the bed sheets over, tie it on the railing, go down. And we did it. We actually climbed over the railing, timed it to do it. And then we did it out of the boys' room because they have pop-out screens.
Okay.
So you can crank the window open, pop it out, and kind of force it to go open.
Yeah.
And we practice it. I know maybe it sounds silly, but it worked for us. And the kids were like, as we went on, no, gotta do this. No, we didn't do this right. So they were,
Okay.
it was just one of our things that, because we were always worried about if something happened. Because as like you, we had the rooms, our room, the patio door downstairs. But if my fire caught anywhere downstairs, we can't get downstairs because we have a split level, same as you. So we had to come up with different scenarios for upstairs. Anyway, we got off topic with it, yes and no, but we kind of talked about, in the end, it's because it did talk about prevention and what we can do. So I like it. It was a very, very good subject.
And we actually have a prevention thing in place if the kids get separated. Say, for example, there's... for example, that fire that was on Highway 63 last summer. Oh my
goodness, yeah.
Both of my kids were on school buses at that point in time. So, I called the bus line and said, if the buses are going to be turned around, how are you contacting parents? She says, well, we don't know. I said, so do I need to leave now because I have to drive from my house to New Liskeard to North Bay to pick up my children?
That's right.
Oh. I said, you guys need a plan.
Absolutely.
So, it's important to also have plans in place outside of your house as well, in case 100%. Of any kind of, and it said even in the harshest winters. Well, in our case, I think the forest fires are actually more of a risk, I think, of separating me from my kids than the winters themselves. Because they typically cancel the buses at the slightest hint that the roads will be bad coming home. It can be beautiful and sunny like it has been the last couple of days in the morning, but if they're predicting 5 to 10 centimeters of snow to start falling at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they will cancel the buses in the morning so that they know that everyone gets home safely.
I think that became such a popular thing, not just with the Ontario side, with the Quebec side, because of the safety of the kids. Yeah, and that's all what it's about, right?
Yep.
All right, Anamiki. You know what that is?
No, I do not.
All right.
We're going to find out.
Anamiki Renewable Energy announces the next steps in its information and consultation process.
Okay.
A series of public meetings will be held from March 17th to March 20th. A public meeting in English open to all is planned for April 22nd.
Well, that's a big time difference.
It definitely is.
Okay.
So it almost a month when you think about it. Some meetings will be webcast to reach as many people as possible. Other meetings are all planned for later on in the year, as well as thematic workshops to explore certain themes in greater depth.
Okay.
I'm still trying to understand what they're going to be doing. The dates will be confirmed later since 2022. Okay, sorry. So the dates will be confirmed later since 2022. Anamiki Renewable Energy has held around 30 public and targeted meetings that have allowed us to improve the project.
So
I'm trying
who are
to.
they?
Okay, well, maybe there's more involved, but maybe we'll find out.
Okay.
There are still many opportunities for people to make themselves heard during our consultations.
Okay.
The feedback received is very useful in feeding our impact study, and we invite people to participate in large numbers. We remain committed to developing a responsible project together that will benefit the First Nations and all the Temiskaming, said Dave McLaren, president of the Anamiki Renewable Energy. It's obviously about preserving or conserving the energy. Okay, Anamiki is maybe just, but we do have a meeting schedule, but I'm going to jump to the bottom comment right here. I think that should be up on top. What is Anamiki? Well, it's a renewable energy. LP Anamiki Renewable Energy is a limited partnership formed to develop the hydroelectric power plant project in Temiskaming. So I moved that comment up because.
Oh, if we turn the page.
Is there more?
Yeah, it says the project will be developed on a 100% community basis.
Okay.
Which means that all revenues will be shared by public partners.
Perfect.
The limited partnership is made up of 4 partners: the Kebuak First Nations, Wolf Lake First Nations, MRC of Temiskaming, and.
I'm glad you jumped in on that. Come on, Catherine, what is that? I would say the Pika Ami Mulan. Oh my goodness. PQ Aka Mi Ul Nu Atash. Tak you Ikan.
I'm very
I
glad you
apologize if we did not say it well. I did it by syllable. I don't know how you would do it.
I would have done it very similarly, doing
Maybe
it
I said it wrong.
phonetically.
Okay.
So if you do have questions, you can contact Daniel Mignot. He's the Communications and Community Relations Advisor. And we have a phone number and an email. So 814,
What?
I'm sorry. Let's try that again. 418-275-4262, extension 200. This is where my dyslexia came out. And his email is dmigot@devpek.ca.
Now we're going to go back to the meetings because I think it was really important that we explain what the Anamiki renewable energy thing was, because after reading the first part of it, it really didn't give us a core idea as to what it was. So I'll do the first part of the meetings. Meeting schedule for Wolf Lake First Nation. Monday, March 17th, 6:30 at the Desjardins Hall at the center, 20 Rue Humphrey. There is an online link, which I presume we're putting the online behind us, https anamiki.ca assemblies. I presume we're putting it up. Meeting for Kebuak First Nation country members.
Community members.
Oh boy. Wednesday, March the 19th, same 6:30, Kebuak Community Center, the Dome, 116 Rue Animiga Street, Kebuak. There's an online link as well. And meetings open to all in French, March the 18th at the center, same address, 20 Rue Humphrey. Link in the back of us. I think I covered it.
Yeah, I think we got all the meetings. So again, the first 2 are for the Wolf Lake First Nation community members and the Kebuak First Nation community members only. The meetings open to the general public is the Tuesday, March 18th.
Okay. Whew. All right, you're up next.
So the Kebuak Community Hall and Recreation are searching for volunteers this year.
Oh, yes. Okay, I saw something put out on Facebook yesterday.
Yes, I did
regarding
too.
that. Did
So
you?
they are urgently looking for volunteers for the Kepawak Country Fest Planning Committee. They need your help. Kepawak Country Fest is a cherished annual event, but without the community's participation, we can't make it happen, they say. To continue organizing Country Fest, they urgently need volunteers to join the planning committee. They want to recognize the incredible work and dedication of those who have made previous Country Fests a success. It says, we are very grateful for all they have done to make Country Fest what it is today. We need more people to step up to ensure that this tradition continues. So if you are interested in joining the planning committee, or if you have any questions, you can contact Jennifer Chevrier by Monday, March 3rd. That's very soon.
Like 4 days or 5 days away. Okay.
So you can contact her at 819-627-3455. Country Fest depends on all of us. Let's make it happen together.
We know it brings in a lot of people, good funding, whatever. I know last year they kind of had a damper on the financial aspect of things.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So I guess the key issue is if you wanted to continue, especially in our town, get involved. Volunteers are needed. It sounds like a beg or a plea for it. Get involved. You can't complain unless if you don't get involved. You have no right to complain if you don't get involved. I use that slogan for the Ski-Doo Club, for the trails. If you don't help out, you have no right to complain. Maybe I'm wrong in saying that, but it's true.
No, it's the same for a lot of things.
Everything.
Especially people who complain and then it's like, well, did you vote?
That's my key thing. This for the town and this, and that's my first thing. Did you vote? No, well, why would I then? You have no right to say another word.
Yeah, and the logic of, oh, well, my vote, I'm just one vote.
One vote matters.
One vote can honestly make a difference.
Well, look at the time when, so the two mayors that ran, one was, I believe, Nicole Rochon, and the other one was Monsieur Benoit. I can't think of his name. And there wasn't a big difference.
No, it was a very small difference.
3, 5,
Yeah, it was a very, very, very close run. So,
yeah.
it's the same with anything. If you want to have an opinion about it, get yourself involved.
Yep, otherwise you don't have a right to give your opinion. Yep. We have a question of the week.
We did.
We did?
Or we do.
Well, we did. It was out there.
It was on there.
A new one will come out. It's good. Your wording
We did,
was fine.
and we actually have comments.
So, would you rather spend a week in nature, so Mother Nature at its best, Catherine, without electronics, or spend a week in a luxury hotel?
See, I am completely tied on this because
here we go.
I would, I love it. Like, I am so anxious for the May 2-4. That's when camping starts, and we will be out in nature.
But you're camping with House on Wheels.
Yes, but I
get it because I'm in the same boat.
The reason is because my back will not let me sleep on the floor. On
a tent? No. Those
the
days
last
are
time
done.
I slept in a tent, I was pregnant with Amelia, and I was the most miserable person in the entire world. You can ask my ex-husband. So yeah, it's a tie for me because I could probably easily, stick me in a cabin, 3 or 4 books, and I'd be fine. But a luxury hotel, having people wait on me hand and foot with, like, a luxury hotel must have a spa.
It's only a week, Kay. Think about it.
And that's the thing. It's like, really? If I have access to people waiting on me hand and foot for a week, it's a hard choice for me, I'll be honest. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what mine would be? So I spend 2 weeks like that because I go down south for 2 weeks. So maybe it doesn't count in the same boat, but I'm with it with you. I love the outdoors. I love going to my hunting camp. I love camping. I love sitting around the fire. I love when the campers come by and you're all together because you know everybody and you're playing music and a few drinks, and we have potluck at Lot 47 at our trailer on Labor Day, and we're about 35, 40.
Yeah.
And I would never take that away. But I'd have that all the time. So
Yeah.
a 1 week, I have you with this one too, because if I can get pampered because we all deserve to be
Yes,
pampered
we do.
because we're busy. Life is busy. Work, family, activities. You want to pamper me, you want to cater to me, you want to rub my back, baby, you're in, because that's what I would do.
And that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, it's only a week. If it was a year, I would choose the nature 100%.
You know, I'm guilty, okay? I'll hide. Because when I go down south, people say, well, you know, the winter, the sports, the snowmobiling. Yeah, but we work on Ski-Doo stuff all year. So if it's there when we get there, it is. If it's not, it's not. But I pay for massages when I'm down south. I had banned it for about 5 years because we had a bad experience. If I want to get a feel up, I would like to know who's feeling me up, and I'd like my husband to do that. Thank you very much. Anyway, so I banned it, but I started going back to them, and when we went on our vacation this year, I had the best massage ever. I fell asleep.
Wow.
Like, literally. So I booked another one. And then come the second week, my husband says, how you feeling? How's your back? Good. You're not going to go for a massage? Well, he said, I already booked you. Oh, thank you. 80 minutes. 80 minutes.
Wow.
So, yeah, I get a massage, reflexology. I had the stones came out. I'm like, yes. So that was easy. I back you up on that.
Yeah.
I would take
For 1 week?
1 week. We're not talking a permanent
No,
thing.
if
I
you
get bored of it.
If someone said a year,
no,
give me the nature and a library, and I'm fine.
absolutely, I'm in the same boat.
I don't need my phone.
So we had comments on that.
We
Do we have the
did.
same comments?
Yes.
Okay, let's rotate them then.
Okay.
Go for
So
it.
Mary Honan says a week with nature.
There you go. Angie Iru. Of course, I knew she would say that because she works for Opimican and she's loves what she does.
Yeah.
In the nature.
Yeah.
She would take.
So Bertrand Jelena says nature.
Pat Brassard, Hotel Deluxe.
Catherine McCallan chooses nature as well.
Larry Dot Norman. Okay, so without a doubt, in the nature. And she's right. Again, there's so many pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages. You can, if you're in the nature, you can let things go. You can relax. You can just forget about things, right? You totally get yourself away from electronics, all the bad air. When you think about it in a hotel, maybe some bacteria versus in the nature you have natural, right? Good fresh air. Also, the possibility of seeing wild animals.
Hey, I saw wild animals at my resort.
Yeah, me too.
We saw monkeys.
Does my husband count? Oh no.
No, we actually did. We saw a monkey cross the road.
Yeah.
And their raccoons are really odd. Like their raccoons have longer legs than ours.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a picture. I'll show you later.
Okay.
So yeah, and what else? Oh, and we saw lots of iguanas.
Oh, cool.
But I do agree, being in nature and being able to see the wild animals is very cool.
She also said, and she's right, the birds. There's so many different type of birds out there. It's true. It's beautiful. Also, you can make memories in the bush as well because you know you're leaving your traces everywhere. And maybe if you get lost, you find your way back.
You're not supposed to leave a trace when you're in the. You're not supposed to leave traces. Anne Barube says, "Ooh, that's a tough one. Since I live in nature all the time, a luxury hotel would be my choice."
And that's our point because where are we? We're not in a city where it's smogged out. We have bush all around us. We have lakes all around us. So to me, we are nature bound already, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, my opinion. Teresa Presso, luxury hotel.
And Denise Presso said, if it's a beautiful cottage, I would choose a week in the wilderness.
Very good. No more? Okay. Okay, we had to wait for our camera lady.
We did. Lisa says, "Oh, go ahead," but you know, we had to take a pause.
And I wondered why you weren't saying anything, so I looked over at you and you were staring. Okay.
I can only imagine that is going to be a fantastic blooper.
So we have a thought of the week.
We sure do. Embrace the beauty of the unknown and new beginnings. Life has a way of surprising us with unexpected opportunities and experiences. Embracing change and venturing into the unknown can lead to growth, self-discovery, and wonderful adventures. Trust in yourself and the path ahead of you, for it holds endless possibilities and moments of joy just waiting to be discovered. Remember that every new beginning brings with it a chance to rewrite your story, to learn, to explore, and to create something truly extraordinary. Embrace this chapter of your life with an open heart and a courageous spirit. The best is yet to come.
Okay, it's a very nice thought.
I like that.
Me too. We have some happy birthdays.
We do.
So, February 27, we talked about my father and Amber Snyder.
Very nice. February 28th is Trista Young, Michael Lacaus, Daryl Belanger, Mary-Eve Bernard, and Crystal Debray.
March 1st, we don't have anybody. March 2nd, Stephanie Desjardins, Yvonne Labelle, Joanna.
I think it's Joanna Fraser-Carrier.
Okay. Judy Liard.
March 3rd, we have Veda Cree.
March 4th, Christine Rossignol.
And March 5th is Linda McCulloch Oakman.
Happy birthday to them all.
Yes, happy birthday, everyone.
So we had a bingo.
We did.
Yes, and I hope it went really well. That we,
There was a lot of winners.
You watched? You played?
Well, no, I'm just reading it on the sheet.
Oh, okay.
4 winners.
Four winners on the bingo. So we have Cassandra St. Dennis, Leanne Chenier, Ron Presso, and Suzanne Riom, each winning $250. And the full card.
With the full card.
Oh, with the full card.
Yeah.
With the full card that was last week.
Yes.
Oh, how come we didn't announce it last week?
It was yesterday.
Oh, sorry, folks.
Oh,
we're the
it was-
27th.
yes.
It's because, yeah. Okay.
It was on the 20th.
Yeah, because it says last Tuesday, and in
Fourth.
my mind I'm thinking last week.
Yeah.
24.
So congratulations to all 4 of
yeah,
you. That's
there you go.
very exciting. I have completely lost track of our bingos. I would have played actually.
Yeah, me too. You know what?
Oh.
Me too.
I'll have to get my cards for the 11th and put it
You
on
should
my calendar.
do it. Do it.
The kids
Play.
love bingo.
They can play. They can't call in,
No,
but they can play.
but they can do the dots for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Next TVC bingo is March the 11th.
Yep.
Thank you, McGizzy Gas. You know where you can buy all your cards. We say it every week. It's really, really important. And I'm going to say it again because we're grateful that they allow us to put our cards there. Lakeview, Stop 102, IGA, Crevier.
Uniprix Rose and Company, Dandy's, Esso, Thorn Post Office, with Joyce Pigeon, Lisa, and here at the TVCTK studio.
Perfect. Oh.
We have a new sponsor.
We have a new sponsor. Oh, Carol Woods. Do you know her?
I don't know.
Let's think.
Let me
she
think.
is
Could she
our
be?
new person we hired here.
That's it. Oh.
So she's sponsoring in with the mental health counselor. So she has
Very cool.
sponsored us out. Thank you very
well,
much,
thank you
Carol.
very
Very
much.
nice. And a little reminder, next week there will be no news because Catherine and I and Carol would like to wish Stephanie a very good vacation.
Yes, Stephanie and your family have a wonderful vacation. And also, it's the March break in Quebec.
Correct. But before we close off, I think we have 2 very, very important things we should say. So on behalf of TVCTK, there's been many passings that have happened. I want to send this out to Kevin Beltman, Angie Iru. Angie is part of our board of directors as well. Unfortunately, Kevin has his son passed away in a car accident at 27 years old. Yeah. So we just want you to know that we are sincerely thinking about you, and we send our extreme condolences to you and your family, as well as the other families. We've heard some more passings in the last couple of days. Harry Paul and the family, Mikey Moore, we talked about it. Mary Lynn, Roy Rockburn passed away as well. And the other one, I'm not quite sure if it's been officially put out there. So our condolences to all the family is one of the things. And as Stephanie mentioned, for the vacation, Stephanie is not here, but the studio is open. Carol is here, and business still goes on. So if you need to reach out to us, please, you can reach out to 819-627-8118, or you can stop in here at the studio if you have anything.
Or you can email at tvctk@tvctk.com.
That's wonderful. What a great thing. So other than that, I have nothing else.
I have nothing else either.
Me either. Wishing you guys a great week.
Yes, have a great couple of weeks, because we won't see you until the 13th.
The 13th.